Protests across Iran are gaining momentum. For the third straight day, the Iranians are out on the streets. They're protesting against the soaring inflation, water and power shortages. This comes as Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's regime is reeling from the economic sanctions. Now, in the latest, a government building in the south of Iran was attacked, and according to the Iranian authorities, this building hosts the office of the Fasa governor. And earlier, Iran's prosecutor general had warned that any attempt to create insecurity will be met with a decisive response. The students are also joining these demonstrations. And according to local media reports, protests erupted in 7 key universities, including in places like Beheshti, Khaje, Nasir, Sharif, Amir Kabir, and the University of Science and Culture, the Iran University of Science and Technology, and Isfahan University of Technology. And amidst all the chaos, a video is now going viral on social media. The viral footage is being dubbed as Iran's Tiananmen Square moment. But there are no tanks in the streets. What you're looking at is one individual sitting on the Jamhuri street in Tehran, and across him are about 20 police officers. They're not in a tank, they are in a motorcycle, and they've been stopped by this one single protester who's just sat on the streets. Now, the police are also resorting to the use of water cannons in order to disperse the demonstrators who have gathered in the area. Meanwhile, Reza Pahlavi, who has been living in exile, took to X and called upon all Iranians to join the strikes and protests. He vowed that the street demonstrations have again ignited the promise of a possible national revolution. Now, Reza Pahlavi has called upon the country's diaspora to intensify their activities and their outreach to convey the voice of the Iranian people to the world. Now, the Iranian government has seen its first resignation in the central bank governor Mohammad Reza Farzin. In a partial relief for businesses, the government has decided to drop the penalties for delay in paying taxes. Additionally, the Iranian president Masoud Pezeshkian has also asked his interior minister to have a dialogue with the protesters. Now, the Iranian government has said that it will lend its ear to the problems faced by the people.
The government will listen patiently, even if there are harsh voices, because we believe that our people are patient enough, and when their voices are raised, the pressure that is being put on them is high. The government's job is to hear the voices and help them reach a common understanding to solve the problems that exist in society.
Now, the current protests have spread to other cities such as Isfahan, Shiraz and Mashhad, and it comes at the backdrop of the Iranian rial crashing to 1.42 million for a single American dollar. Just about a year ago, a single American dollar, when converted into Iranian rials, would have fetched you 820,000 rials, and now it's gone up to 1.2 million Iranian rials. The inflation rate in December had jumped to 42%, which is about 1.8% higher than what it was in November. Food prices in Iran have gone up by 72%. Medical items are up by nearly 50% in comparison with last year. All right, we earlier spoke to Mr. Yusuf Jalali, who's in fact tracking the protests very closely. Listening to what he had to say.
The demonstrations entered into the 4th day. It began on Sunday following a significant surge in the dollar rate, which was traded at around 1.45 million to the Iranian rial, and this led to frustration with how the Iranian government manages the economic crisis in the country. Of course, this was not the trigger. Of course, we see a lot of a combination of some other crises that have hit the Islamic Republic, including the reinstatement of UN sanctions on the country, and of course some water shortage, if you remember, and the electricity outages that gripped the country for months. This is the combination and the accumulation of all these frustrations and fury over the mismanagement of the Iranian government, the sitting government of Mr. Pezeshkian.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.